Hi guys, it's Crystal with Design Bundles. Today I'm going to show you guys how to apply HTV to a fabric basket using your Cricut Easy Press. Now, if you guys have not seen, I did a video the other day where I did this with the heat press, so make sure you guys check it out. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's go over the supplies that I'm using today. So I'm using my Cricut Explorer Air 2. I'm using my blue mat. You could definitely use your green mat. I'm using some glitter HTV. I highly recommend that you use your thicker HTV like your glitter, your flock, things like that for projects with, for example, the fabric basket. It's something thicker. All right, so this is the font that I'm using today, this bundle. I'll have it linked down below, and I'm using Barnhouse. Did you know that you guys could actually scroll down a little bit and there is a spot to where you guys could actually type in whatever you're wanting, whether you're wanting to type out I love you or farmhouse or whatever it may be. So for example, I'm using the word Piper, so I can do that so I can see an example of what it would look like. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly finish cutting this out, and then we're going to go ahead and weed it. I really love the way that this came out. Now, I'm really excited that Cricut now has their kerning feature, so it will automatically combine this if you're using a desktop or a laptop. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly weed through this, and there you have it. All right, so let's go ahead and prep up our basket. For the basket, there's a couple ways you could do this. So you could actually take your heat pad like this, and then you can use your little mini Easy Press like this, but definitely be careful for your hands. Make sure you're highly protected. Maybe put on some heat gloves as well. Or you can use your smaller iron, your 6x7, and we can flip this inside out, which is what we're going to do today. So to figure out where our center is, I'm just simply going to go ahead and take a pin here. So this is a little push pin, and that way I can figure out exactly where that center is. So when I flip this basket, I can still know right where I need to be. Now all I need to do is simply flip it inside out, and we're going to line up our HTV. Now keep in mind that your push pin can shift while you're flipping it inside out, so make sure and double check that your push pin is still in its correct position before you apply the heat. Now for me, I totally forgot to pull out that moisture. You definitely do not want to skip this step, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the push pin and then pull out that moisture. This is a cotton basket, and it could have moisture that could ruin your HTV, and it's not going to stick well. So definitely don't skip that step. Now I'm going to go ahead and line this back up. I definitely could have just flipped this back, repinned it, and then came back, but I think I know right where it needs to be. All right, so at this point, we are ready to go. You just want to make sure that your mat is underneath your basket, and we're going to press it. Now, if you don't have a basket that can flip this easy, I highly recommend using the mat like I showed you before. Maybe find something that the basket could slide over, maybe like an ironing board, just something where it could fit right inside to give it that pressure. Now, like I said, I did a video on this using the heat press, and it definitely worked really good because it gives it much more pressure than we can. So as you guys can see, I'm adding more pressure. So I tried just a medium pressure with something like this. This is kind of a hard substrate, if you will. So you really need to give it that pressure to get it to apply to your basket. The reason why I don't recommend using regular HTV is it can sometimes get kind of washed down into this and just really start to peel and break up. So I just kind of recommend using those thicker HTVs, if you will. All right, so there you go. This is a great project for a birthday party, baby showers, housewarming gifts. Maybe you want to personalize baskets in your home for your dog toys or kids stuff, whatever it may be. This is just a great idea. So now I'm going to go ahead and quickly fill up this basket. As you guys can see, I always love to line my baskets for baby showers. I throw a quick little blanket down in the bottom, and then a little small thing of diapers, maybe a little book, things like that. So with these kind of baskets, it doesn't take a lot of product to really make it look full. So I know a lot of you guys struggle creating your own little basket, so I like to give you guys some inspiration. Now, obviously, you may not find these exact same things, but it just gives you an idea of how to build your own little basket and save yourself a ton of money. Because baskets like this, if you buy them from somebody or you could make them and sell them, can get pretty pricey. So I always like to put my little outfit, like I said, at the front. Now, another thing I want to point out is sometimes I either remove packaging or I cut it down. If it's something that I know is unique and they're not going to need to exchange or return it, I'll trim away the packaging to make it look nicer, or I'll take it away completely because it just looks better in the basket. So now what I'm doing is just taking some tissue paper and just stuffing it right down inside to make the basket look super cute and more full. You could definitely get some of that shredded paper and put down at the bottom if you wanted to. All sorts of different ideas with this. I could have attached a balloon to it. The possibilities are endless whenever you guys create these baskets. I hope you guys found this helpful along with some inspiration for your next project. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.